So one set of these packages had washers. The other set of the package did not have washers. Interesting. At least they all had their nuts. Dummy. At least all the nuts are here. Dress up. When I was a kid, I used to try on my dad's shoes. So I'm kind of doing that right now. I'm trying on, not my dad's shoes, but I'm trying on, you know, a grown-up toy that I waited years and years and years to have. A blown 57. I've had other blown stuff, but this is the first big bore 671 that I've had on my own car. I mean, I've built other ones, but like my last actual blown car that had a blower was a Paxton SN93 on a 377 small block in a Chevy truck. And that thing shit out so many transmissions, so many manual trannies. I had like, I think half a dozen or more Saginaws, just like those cast iron things. Those poor things didn't stand a chance against that 327 or the 377. I'd bang into second gear. It sounded like you were throwing lug nuts into a hubcap under the car. It was hilarious. It split the case in half right at the casting seam and just like opened it up like that, and it was just guts everywhere. So cool. Funniest thing to watch. I remember one time I was with my friend Mark and I was driving that truck and we were heading, I think we went to lunch. I think at the time I was helping out. I was doing wiring, so I had my business going and I was working at a hot rod shop, helping them do stuff, and Mark worked there, and I took him to lunch. We went to lunch, and you know, we weren't supposed to be late. He wasn't supposed to be laid back, and I was ripping into second or third or something, and the tranny just blew apart in that pickup, and I think he got in trouble. Mark, if you're watching, buddy, I'm sorry you got in trouble at your work. Oh, fail. Wrong one. Big fail. Wrong stud. Okay, let's see how this works going the other direction. Oh, it's easy. Yeah, that truck ripped. I finally put a Super T10 in it. A Richmond gear Super T10. And when I had it, it still worked really good. See, that's what the screen's for. And then the guy I sold it to, he said he twisted the input shaft off going into second gear or something crazy. Or going into third or something. Which, you know, the 377 made some power. It had Pro Top Line heads on it, went into Pro Top Line. Had SRP pistons, 10.5 to 1. Pro Top Line heads with 205, 165 exhaust, I think, but they were cast iron. And then I had, what else was on that thing? I think the same cam as I have in this. But there's 1.6 Scorpion rockers when Scorpion first came out. Had Scorpion rockers on it. Ooh, Carter, 625. And guessed wrong. How come you guys didn't stop me? I guessed wrong on the mounts. Should I run them sideways? Oh man. Well, that is embarrassing. Especially since I did all 8 holes. Ugh. What a dummy. What a dummy. Okay, we'll do like a production line. Production line stud removal process. Four more here. Sorry guys, I screwed that up pretty good. Yeah, that truck ripped. I traded it for my coupe because I was scared of it. I got in a street race with a bike. We were downtown Boise and I was ripping with it and heading towards this like overpass bridge, and there was a stoplight right in front of it. And when you got past the bridge, there was another stoplight. And I got into it with a bike and was on him and smoking him. It was awesome. We were running. That truck ran. And we got to the light and it turned yellow right before the bridge, or right after the bridge. The light after right before it turned yellow, the one after it turned yellow right as we were crossing the bridge. And he hit the brakes, I hit the brakes and slid through the intersection and then backed up next to him. And he looked over at me and was like, man, that truck is fast. And that was on like a Friday or Saturday night. Friday night. And the next day was like a car cruise at like the local burger joint. I told my wife I was going to get rid of the truck and trade it off for, I wanted like a fat fender Ford or Chevy coupe that, you know, ran barely, but it was a project like this thing, but could drive a little bit. And I found my coupe, had a drive-in, and the guy wasn't interested in my truck at all until I took him for a ride. And then he wanted it after that. And we traded straight across, and everybody thought I was nuts.